This is the login page. This is where the link that you got in your email when you signed up for the referral system will take you once you've set your password. Just enter your username as your email address here, and whatever you set your password to here, and click sign in, and that will take you to this page. It will ask you to confirm whether you've either booked onto training or received training, and this is a mandatory thing that you need to have done before you access the referral system, and this will come up only on the first time you log in. So providing that you've done your training, or that you're about to do your training and you're able to use the referral system, just confirm that you've booked your training session and that you've obtained permission to use the referral system as it says there, and then click confirm, and you're in the system. That will not come up again. For those of you that are familiar with the referral system, you might notice that the dashboard is very different to the system that you may have used previously. In the previous system, our announcements and any bits of news about the referral system would have been listed under an announcements tab here. That's all moved. From now on, any announcements you get about new services being added to the referral system, or services coming off the referral system, or services that have paused, whatever it might be, will instead be found in an inbox. At the moment, there's nothing in this inbox because this is a brand new account that I've created just for this, but you will receive messages into your inbox with any important information. So keep an eye on that every time you log in. You'll receive notifications in the bottom right hand corner down here when you log in to tell you that you've got a new message, or you can just simply look next to where it says inbox there at the number. You can't miss it. For those familiar with the current referral system, you might know that our directory is located on a separate web page. While this will still be the case, and we are in the process of also updating our website, which will come in the not too distant future, there is a version of the directory which exists on the new referral system. To get to that, you would just simply click on Organizations on the left here, which brings up a list of all the organizations on the referral system. And you can see here Adam's Debt Support, which is an organization we've created for this demo version, Age UK Norfolk, All to Play For, Better Together, etc. You can filter the organisations that you see on this list by clicking on Filters and altering these tabs here. So we want to have a look at any organisations that are accepting referrals. So we would just click on Accepting Referrals, click Apply, and this would then show only organisations that accept referrals on the system. If we want to filter by specific issues as well, so if we're, for example, wanting to create a referral for a client that has issues with debt, we would just simply filter it here with accepted issues, scroll down to debt, click on debt, and then hit apply, and then all the organisations that deal with debt are here as well, such as the aforementioned Adam's Debt Support, and then down here as well we have the Debt Team at Norfolk Citizens Advice. As before, with the current referral system and current directory, you can click on that Debt Team at Norfolk Citizens Advice to bring up more information about what they offer. So there's their service offer here, and a little statement about what it is that service does. When you are creating a new referral, providing the details match the listing of someone that's already on the system, so we'll take Declan Rice here for example, providing those details match, when you create your referral they will be sat under the record for Declan Rice. If, however, we're going to add a new person to the referral system, they will be listed under this list as a new entry. To create a new referral, you would simply go to the top right hand corner here under Clients or under the Referrals page and hit Add Referral, and that will then send you to the following pages. Once you've hit that Create Referral button, you'll be presented with this page here. This is the referral creation form, and you can see I've pre-populated the first name, surname, and the date of birth. So this is Mr. Stephen Smith, born on the 9th of April 1975. This is the next page. I've entered his pronouns here, the way he prefers to be identified, he, him, his gender, male, and my own email address as the contact email address here, and a telephone number I've just made up. We do understand that some clients would prefer yourselves to act as a liaison between them and the organisation that you're referring them to. If that's the case, then please feel free to pop your own details here under the contact number. But otherwise, if they're happy for their contact details to be the ones that are used, enter theirs. This is the next page, the contact permissions page. You can see here I've kept everything as yes. We do understand that some clients, as previously mentioned, do not feel comfortable having text messages or voicemails or phone calls, whether this be for reasons of safety or preference. That's up to them. If that's the case, then just leave those boxes ticked as no. Otherwise, leave them as yes if they're definitely happy to receive those kind of messages or voicemails. This is the next page where we can confirm the client's address. Clicking no fixed abode will grey out all of those other boxes and leave you to select the local authority yourself. So in this case, we would scroll down to find Norwich among the list here. Otherwise, if we leave this unticked, we can enter in an address and a postcode here. So I'm just going to put in the postcode for Norfolk Community Law Services. And we can then find the address from here for Norfolk Community Law Service, Duke Street. And then that automatically selects the local authority that relates to this address. Same as our current referral system, if you're familiar with that. This is the client consent page. Make sure you always get the client's consent before you send these referrals. We cannot stress this enough. The client must be aware of and must consent to this referral being made in their name. So click on this button here to signal that they give consent for this referral to be made, and it will pop in the date that you click on this button to confirm consent. This next page is where we can start filtering the information as to where we want this referral to go. I have pre-populated these issues, so I've selected debt and housing here, meaning I will be referring this over to whatever organisations on the system have these tags. So they should be debt and housing information providers. Clicking next should bring up a list of all the organisations that are relevant to this case that are accepting referrals. Each one of these tags here will correspond with a referral that will be sent. So we have two tags here, meaning two referrals will be sent for this particular case. So if we choose Norfolk Community Law Service here as the debt referral, you can see up here debt is now gone because debt has been chosen here. And if we unselect it, debt reappears here. So we will send the debt portion of this case to Norfolk Community Law Service, and we will select the housing portion of this case to the Support Immediately Partnership down there. This prevents the referral system from sending lots of referrals to lots of different organisations. This eliminates previous issues where organisations have reportedly been spammed with lots of referrals. So this keeps it nice and concise for both organisations that receive referrals and the client themselves, so that they're not bombarded with tons of telephone calls if they're not comfortable to receiving them. This is the questionnaire page where we would start giving the receiving organisation all of the information they need to help the client. It's laid out with question boxes that you can resize depending on how much information you want to give the organization. I've just filled out some very basic information here. We would suggest that when you're filling out this questionnaire, you put in as much information that's relevant to the client's case as possible. What I've done here is just an example to show you how the system works. So for question 1, I've put client is struggling with debt and with paying his rent. He has accruing rent arrears. As we go through the questions, some questions will have an I next to them. If you click that, it just gives a little bit more context on what the question is. So please ensure you've considered any risks to the client, dependents or other people. If none, put NA is what you would see if you click on I under any risks the advisor should be aware of. If you remember in the last page, we selected debt and housing as our issues for the client. By doing so, it brings up specific questions related to those issues. So, what is the nature of the debt? Describe the debt situation. The client is struggling to balance his bills and pay his rent on time. And for housing, I've added he is behind on a month's rent in private accommodation. These questions will only appear on cases where there is debt or housing. So you can't get these questions if your referral is for, say, mental health or employment or education or any other issue. These are specifically related to debt and housing. Once you're happy and you've filled in the questionnaire to the best of your ability, giving as much information to the receiving organization as possible, this is the summary page, which will just confirm everything that we've written. So for issues, we've chosen debt and housing. This is not an urgent referral. The referral will be acknowledged within 3 weekdays or within 8 working days. And the referral is being sent to the Norfolk Community Law Service and the Support Immediately Partnership. If we click on this button here to subscribe to email notifications, each time the organisation you've referred this case to makes a change, goes into the referral, changes the status, acknowledges the referral, adds a note, that kind of thing, you will receive a message in your inbox and an email to let you know that something has happened on this case. So we will click that so that we can keep abreast of the situation and the referral, and then we'll hit save, and that will create the referral. You can see here those two referrals, referral number 114, which is the debt portion of this referral, and referral number 115, which is the housing portion of this referral. Once you've created your referral, you'll be able to see the referral that you've created under the Referrals tab under Sent, which is here. You can see here 114 and 115 from earlier, debt and housing. If for whatever reason someone declines your referral and you want to send a new version of it, let's say the debt version, you would just simply click on these 3 dots here and hit clone referral, which will create an exact copy of this referral, allowing you to send it off to someone else. So let's choose, just as an example, Norfolk and Waveney Community Support. Click that, hit next. You can see the boxes are grayed out because we've already filled these in. This just creates a copy of the referral that we made earlier, and we do want to subscribe to email notifications. Everything is exactly the same as we added it earlier. Hit save, and you can see here referral number 116 is our new cloned referral to Norfolk and Waveney Community Support.